Second. Good morning. So my friend was just telling me about a GNOSIS study that some scientists did, and she said when they were 5 years old or so, they got tested, right, and like almost all of them were, in the creative thinking in a sort of genius way, and
98%.
yeah, 98%, and pardon me, and then at 11 or something they studied them again,
30%.
and it went down to 30% already. So just that starting school, from 98% to 30%. And then again when they were like older teenagers, they recorded them, and
22%.
it was down to 22%. And then when they're adults, it went down to 2%. And all the time, a lot of people in the organic portal movement, not me, other people used to always say 99%, because we've been always trying to get this percentage. Remember, there used to be this article out there, it's probably still on the internet, I forget who by now, but I talked about it years ago, and they were saying over half of humanity is, like in this NPC consciousness state, or bots, or whatever you want to call them, soulless, right? Disconnected, just in the, let's just call it in the head, right? And you can see that's what happens at school. It's all head, right? And then you've had all the spiritual movement, all these hippies come out, over the 2012, the end of history and all that, saying, oh, move into the heart and so on, and we talk about chakras and this and that. So it's interesting that, this study ended up on 2%, and I've heard, so many people in the organic portal search term on YouTube saying this for so long. So many people, most of you guys are like, yeah, it's 99% of people, right? And years ago I made a video where I concluded, I think it's something like 75% or something, but it gets blurry because you can have a soul and be acting like one, right? Without the knowledge and without teasing yourself apart, or just being so enamored in this world, so, in this world, and so part of, being in that way every day in the bot life, that you almost become exactly the same. But anyway, I just thought I'd bring that to your attention because that's very interesting that it landed on 2%. And so I thought I'd start recording and say that, because for a long time we've been trying to figure out the percentages of how many people are quote unquote organic portals, and or NPCs or whatever. And I've called it NPC consciousness, right? Because I saw this years ago. I said, well, some people have a soul, I suspect, but they're acting, like an organic portal in, maybe not every way, but a lot of ways, several ways, right? And there's obviously a spectrum of this. But I thought that was very interesting that this study about genius landed on 2% after they've gone through life, after they've been, pushed through the greater of society.